Hello, NBA fans. Daily news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a fan of the Lakers show and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Hachimura is a good player, but he hasn't been able to improve his game, and trading him for Andrew Wiggins in a 3-team deal will be a great upgrade for the Lakers to pursue their 18th title. As training camp approaches, the Lakers, the Warriors, and the Heat could engage in a bold 3-team trade to solidify their rosters before the start of the new campaign. The upcoming season holds promise for several teams. The Los Angeles Lakers have relevant roster adjustments, seeing them emerge as a more competitive team in the West. The Miami Heat completed a solid trade to acquire Norman Powell, helping them boost their overall roster strength. Meanwhile, teams like the Golden State Warriors enter camp facing uncertainty. The Warriors were engaged in an off-season saga involving contract negotiations with 22-year-old forward Jonathan Kuminga. The sheer duration of these discussions and the lack of resolution have also prevented Golden State from completing its pending deals. With training camp around the corner, all of the teams mentioned above could look to make minor adjustments to solidify their roster. On this note, we explore a trade proposal that would help each team make the most of the current situation. Los Angeles Lakers receive Andrew Wiggins. Miami Heat receive Jonathan Kuminga. Golden State Warriors receive Jamie Jaquez Jr., Rui Hachimura, 2029 first-round pick. This trade proposal allows each team to complete a move that could change their outlook towards the season. With this in mind, we analyze the impact this deal has on each team involved. The Lakers should acquire Wiggins. The Los Angeles Lakers have been linked to acquiring Andrew Wiggins for the better part of this summer. Although the trade rumors eventually died down due to Miami's high asking price for the forward, the purple and gold would benefit from pursuing him all the same. Wiggins is one of the best two-way wing players in the league today. At 30, with his championship pedigree, there are very few players who could be as effective in the same role. For the 2024-25 season, the forward was solid during his stint with the Warriors early in the season. Since being traded to Miami, however, Wiggins notched an increase in productivity, as he averaged 19.0 points, 4.2 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 1.2 steals, and 1.0 blocks per game. The 30-year-old has widely been considered an ideal fit for the Lakers. His defensive instincts on the perimeter, his athleticism, and his versatility on offense are all traits that would pair well with Luka Doncic and LeBron James in the starting lineup. Wiggins is also in the final year of his contract. Los Angeles may see value in this, as it aligns with their plans to keep cap space free for the summer of 2026. Overall, acquiring Wiggins could be deemed a net positive. With a versatile two-way wing being injected into the starting lineup, the purple and gold would have all the necessary tools to contend for the title. Lakers lineup decision could determine Austin Reeves' future. Haley Jones with 18 points versus Golden State Valkyries. Since the Los Angeles Lakers acquired Marcus Smart earlier this summer, questions have begun to circle regarding Austin Reeves' spot in the starting lineup. Smart's defensive upside makes him a logical addition in J.J. Redick's starting rotation. His presence would ease concerns over Luka Doncic's defensive shortcomings and LeBron James' age-related selective defense. The problem is, inserting Smart into the starting lineup likely means demoting potential, impending free agent Austin Reeves. The 27-year-old has a player option for the 2026-27 season, but is likely to opt out and sign an improved deal. Reeves shone as a member of the Lakers starting unit last season. In 73 games, all of which he started, Reeves averaged 20.2 points, 5.8 assists and 4.5 rebounds. He shot 54.7% from two-point range and 37.7% from deep. According to Jovan Buha, moving Reeves to the bench could push him toward exploring his options in free agency next summer. If the Los Angeles Lakers want to keep Austin, I don't see how you can sell him on a bench role, Buha said via his Buha's Block podcast. If they're moving Austin to the bench, that is shifting things toward him potentially being elsewhere next summer. Lakers' lineup decision could determine Reeves' future. Analysts believe Smart should come off the bench. Mike Brescihan of the Lake Show podcast doesn't believe Smart should instantly be given a starting role within the Lakers' rotation. Is he in that starting five? Brescihan asked. I don't think so. He played okay with Washington towards the end of his brief run with them last season. I got to see him play some games. He just hasn't played a full season. When factoring in how moving Smart into the starting unit could impact Reeves, the argument for keeping him with the second unit gathers steam. Smart could still spend significant time next to James and Doncic, though, assuming Redick is creative with his substitution patterns and rotations. Reeves is important to the Lakers. Keeping Reeves around long-term will likely be among the Lakers' primary goals heading into next summer. He's gone from strength to strength since joining the franchise as an undrafted rookie in 2021. Furthermore, he's a genuine fan favorite who has proven himself at every level. Smart is a short-term addition to the Lakers roster. His addition is to provide some defensive balance to a Lakers roster that ranked 17th in the NBA for defensive rating last season. He doesn't need to be a starter to make that impact. Still, the most logical outcome is that both Smart and Reeves share starting responsibilities depending on the matchup. That way, both players will be put in the best position to succeed, both as individuals and as part of the team. Nevertheless, if Reeves' future with the franchise is contingent on a starting role, then it's hard to envision him being dropped in favor of Smart. After all, Rob Pelinka is building for now, and for the future, and Reeves projects to be a core part of both timelines. Eurobasket has shown everyone the new Luka Doncic, and Lakers fans should be excited. Luka Doncic has found his voice in leadership and shown how his physical transformation has helped him at Eurobasket. Actively enforced rule left an NBA player with a bald spot. What can Lakers fans expect from Luka Doncic this upcoming season? If Eurobasket is any indication, the answer is simple. Doncic notched a triple-double, only the fourth player ever to do so in Eurobasket history, this week. If you're wondering why they're so rare in FIBA tournaments, here's part of the explanation. He currently leads the whole tourney in scoring, 33.4 points, steals, 3.2, efficiency, and is currently third in minutes played, 33.4. And he led Slovenia to qualify for the round of 16, starting this weekend, despite the lack of depth around him and a lackluster start to the tournament. Nothing new, really, in terms of Luka Doncic dominating. He arrived ready to play at Eurobasket in Poland and didn't waste a minute on the court. He has seemed focused on both ends of the floor throughout the group stage for Slovenia. On top of the aforementioned triple-double, leading all scorers and the high usage, all things we are used to seeing from the Lakers superstar, Doncic showed something new during the weeks in Katowice, Poland. Speed, an ability to keep pushing the ball through high usage and even back-to-back games, and much more vocal leadership. Let's take a look at what might be the most evident thing first, his increased burst of speed. Doncic seems faster on drives, beating his defender more easily, and the first step seems notably quicker. Here's a good example from the game against Iceland, where he beats his defender from the perimeter, speeds up, instead of slowing down for his signature deceleration, which I wrote more about here, then beats the help defender. Secondly, Doncic has also seemed less gassed throughout the whole tournament. He has been pushing the pace in transition more often, it seems, continuously sprinting full court despite playing heavy minutes. Even against Belgium, which was, by the way, the second game Slovenia played in less than 24 hours. This transition dunk was in Slovenia's win against Iceland. Quite a show of force and conditioning. Speed was, as well as playing heavy minutes, a noticeable change throughout this tournament. The conditioning aspect has been apparent, especially on defense, through this tournament, where Doncic has been locked in. Every single game has a defensive Doncic highlight now. Contrast that with the last couple of years where he was often forced to focus his energy on offense and take a breather on defense. His defensive skills were never the issue. A third noteworthy development in behavior and play for the Slovenian superstar is his more vocal leadership. He has shown this in glimpses the last couple of years, but now we're seeing him talk to the bench on timeouts regularly and encourage his teammates much more vocally. Here's another example, which was translated for me and suggested to share, because there are some quite interesting things in this clip. These situations and experiences are important in any player's development, but especially for someone like Luka Doncic getting ready for the next stage of his career. As he is finding his place on the Los Angeles Lakers, it is key that he finds his voice and leadership style, as well. While LeBron James is still around to mentor, lead and support Doncic and the team, he won't be forever. There will be a time when Luka Doncic will be the main leader of the Los Angeles Lakers, and when that day comes, he has to be prepared. Leading his Slovenian teammates through ups and downs, by example and on the bench, is a great way to work his way into leading the most famous team in the world. The expectations of the Lakers are enormous every year. If the expectations of Luka Doncic have been extraordinary from the start, leading the Lakers will be an even bigger task. That's why international competitions are such a great developer of minds and a sharpener of skills. It gives players an edge to compete against the best when the stakes are high. If anyone can use players with that ability, it's the Los Angeles Lakers. And if anyone thrives in that, it's Luka Doncic. Despite a lack of depth, Slovenia has now qualified for the round of 16. And they did that because Luka Doncic took matters into his own hands. It will be a better and sharper Luka Doncic who Lakers fans will experience in LA this fall, and a lot of that has to do with this summer. NBA exec says Lakers dodged a massive bullet amid Kawhi Leonard Clippers drama. The Los Angeles Lakers had a chance to acquire superstar Kawhi Leonard after they had traded for Anthony Davis in the summer of 2019. The Lakers were among the favorites to land Leonard after he had led the Toronto Raptors to a title. To many, he was the best player in the league, and he was an unrestricted free agent. A lot of people expected the Lakers to land him and form a big three alongside Davis and LeBron James. Instead, Leonard chose the Lakers' crosstown rivals, the Los Angeles Clippers, signing a 3-year, $13 million contract. It was a move that many believed would take the Clippers over the top. Instead, it has gotten them to one Western Conference Finals appearance and possibly put them in a heap of trouble. A recent report from sportswriter Pablo Torre claims the Clippers are accused of paying Leonard $28 million for a no-show job, allegedly as a way to get around the NBA's salary cap. According to the report, the payment was made through a company owned by Ballmer, named Aspiration. It's still unclear what kind of consequences, if any, the Clippers and Leonard might face, but one NBA executive suggested the Lakers may have dodged a bullet by missing out on him in 2019. The Lakers wanted Kawhi badly, the NBA exec said. Boy, they dodged a massive bullet by not landing him. You think Rich, Paul, and LeBron are hard to deal with? Uncle Dennis Robertson, is even worse. He thinks Kawhi is the second coming of Jesus. The Lakers dodged a massive bullet by not getting Kawhi. The guy barely plays, doesn't market the team he's on, and now he's in the news for the wrong reasons for the second time since signing with the Clippers. This has been a huge headache for Ballmer and company. A recent report by The Athletic stated that Leonard's uncle and chief business partner, Dennis Robertson, made shady requests to the Lakers during negotiations. Leonard's uncle and chief business partner, Dennis Robertson, asked teams for improper benefits in 2019, according to The Athletic. Jeanie Buss and the Lakers were not interested at all in giving Robertson and Leonard what they wanted. At the time, the Lakers losing out on Leonard was a tough blow. However, later that season, the Lakers were crowned champions for the 17th time, and the Clippers are still in search of their first NBA Finals appearance in franchise history.